that. Are you pressed for time? Put you on my mind. Come a little closer like that. Staying up all night, throwing drinks back. Blue eyes smiling while you're cursing. I admit it's working. You're working. Don't care, you're crazy, it's perfect. Shaky and I'm slurring, 'cause I'm nervous.
So I'm gonna be coloring my hair with you guys today. I'm so excited because I leave for a trip in 2 days and my hair actually isn't that bad, but I don't want all of the pigment, the vibrancy to go away while I'm on vacation because it just makes me feel more confident, and I just love being a super vibrant redhead, but not like fire truck red, like natural red. So I'm going to just be doing some touch-ups today, a little bit of highlights, not anything too crazy. I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about my mental health and things I've been doing with that. So what I use for color, since a lot of you guys ask, is the Paul Mitchell Color XG in 7RO. The only problem with telling you guys this is that I'm a professional hairstylist, so that's why I can get this color, because it's professional hair color. And I'm not sure you would be able to pick it up anywhere. If you can, I will try to find it and link it, but a lot of the times only professional hairstylists can do so. And yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I started using it because my hairstylist friends would do my hair, and then I just kept doing it. I actually had a few combined hair colors from this Color XG, but then I just started using the 7RO and found ways to make it look more natural just with how I place it in my hair. But as you can see, not using a ton today, but I just want to go in and make sure that I look good, you know how it is. So yeah, as you can tell, I did my hair a few weeks ago. I normally do it every other month, the full head, and then in between those months I'll do a little touch up, just make sure I get my roots, kind of like low lights, which is highlights with a darker color, and just make sure that everything is blending well. So, and it definitely looks more vibrant on camera than it does in real life. Like, looking in the camera, you probably think that I'm crazy for even touching it because it looks like a fire truck, but I promise in person it's more of an orangey tint and it looks way more natural. So yeah, this is what it looks like right now. And we'll see what it looks like at the end. Now I gotta put on my cute little, very stained gloves that I have worn for what? I've been out of cosmetology school for, I wanna say like 5-6 years now. Yeah, that's insane. I feel extremely old. But if you didn't know that, I don't do hair anymore and would never probably go back to it. I keep up my license just in, backup plan. And I do like my friends and family's hair occasionally. And I do my own hair just because it's a lot of money to go elsewhere. But now I look like a poodle. So what I really wanted to talk to you guys about in this video, because I feel like I've been very, back and forth with like, I'm back, I'm not back, take a few months off, I am gonna start vlogging more, and then I don't. And it was mainly because I was depressed. However, I think that my antidepressants were actually making me more depressed. So let me get into that because I don't want to scare you guys away from getting on medication, because I'm all for medication for your mental health. And if that's what you need to get you through, it's definitely something you should go for. I don't want this to scare you in the slightest. I'm just gonna be talking about my own personal experience, and you'll see why it's a little bit different. Might be better not to use gloves, but I also don't want stained hands for vacation. I might risk it. So basically, I'm gonna look crazy this entire time. Let's just put that out there. But I went on antidepressants about, I want to say it's been like 4 years now. And the reason that I went on them was because I have always had very bad anxiety, especially social anxiety. It's like one of those that's debilitating, that really affects your life. But I was always like, I can work through it. You know, it'll be fine. However, then I was going through a situation in my life where basically I had situational depression. So the difference is from, I mean, I'm not an expert, but the difference is it wasn't necessarily a chemical imbalance in my brain, although I think that it kind of turned into that. It was more that where I was in my life, what was occurring to me, my brain couldn't handle it. And my brain basically was like, I don't want to be living this life anymore, and I'm depressed. And so that is the reason that I got on antidepressants in the beginning, was to help with the situational depression and the anxiety, because with the situational depression came a lot more anxiety, and also the situation had a lot more involved. I mean, it caused PTSD, it caused a whole bunch of stuff within me. I basically just needed help. And I remember going to the doctor for the first time. I just went to my regular doctor, and I basically just started crying to them. I was like, I need something to help me. And you know, the doctor, not being a psychologist, was just like, okay. And so they gave me what I would be using. And actually, the first time that I started using medicine, it gave me horrible acne. I had these cystic bubbles all over my face, and I ended up calling them and being like, look, this medication is giving me acne. And they were like, no, that's not possible. You see, the medication doesn't give you acne. And I was like, well, you know, whatever you think, but it's what's happening, and I'm not taking this medication anymore. Ended up switching medication and started on, cat's coming in, started on Lexapro. And I have been on that for the past 4 years. But I recently, well, it hasn't really been recent. I would say for the past 2 years, I have kind of been more out of the situation that was causing me the situational depression than I had been before. And what was happening was I was still super depressed, and I didn't know why. I know that healing takes a while, but it was like to the point where, yeah, you talking about it, I wouldn't leave my bed. You know, the really bad depression where I got what I needed to done for work, barely, and then the rest of my time would be just sleeping. And I have always been a very motivated human, like self-motivated. Like, nobody has ever had to tell me to do things before to, you know, get it done. I've just always been super motivated and creative, and would be doing things that, like, a lot of people, you know, like writing a book. I've written several books in my life before I got on the pills. And, you know, that's something that a lot of people will be like, yeah, I want to write a book, but it takes a lot of effort, so nobody really does it, or not a lot of people do. And so I noticed that I was really lacking drive. But I'd been on the pills for so long that I didn't even think, oh my God, it could be the pills that are making it worse, because they were supposed to be the things making me better. And I don't even know, I don't remember what it was that, like, where it dawned on me that, oh my God, it could be the pills making me worse. But I decided one day, I think that I need to see how I am off the pills, knowing that a lot of people do get off these pills and then they get right back on because they're like, oh, you know, these were actually helping me. But I needed to see for myself because it had been so long anyway. And so I slowly, very slowly started getting off the pills, because you basically, I mean, these things are strong. I didn't realize how strong these pills had to be until I tried to stop cold turkey, and it was like I was a drug addict. I was shaking, I had like brain fog. I mean, it was insane. And so then I slowly, you know, I realized, oh, well, I have to go slow with this. Almost immediately after getting these pills out of my system, for the most part, my creativity started coming back. The person that I was, my drive, the things that made me started like coming back into my life. And you know, I think that antidepressants can be great if you really need them to survive. But for me, because it was situational depression, I think what it was doing was it was helping my anxiety, but it was making me depressed. It was taking away those parts of me that I am so proud of. And I have been so incredibly, I look insane, I have been so incredibly creative. My brain had all of these beautiful things to say and beautiful thoughts. And on these pills, there was none of that. I mean, it truly made me so numb, and it was scary. There was another thing is I'm a very sensitive person, and so I mean, I cry at literally everything, and I don't remember the last time that I cried while being on these pills. And I get that that is the point for some people, but I'm saying that it's not necessarily the best for everyone, and it wasn't the best for me. And since being off the pills, like, I have tears in my eyes right now. I have been crying so much out of joy, out of just being an empath, and that's what makes me me. And so I'm so excited to feel like me again, and I don't know, to experience life differently than I was on the pills. And it's something that I'm struggling with because I know that my anxiety, it's coming back, and it's gonna be pretty bad, especially while I'm first dealing with getting off the pills, and there's nothing really to help with that once I'm off of them. But it's like, would I rather be anxious a little bit, a lot of it, or numb to who I am, numb to the world? And I know that sometimes the answer for people is, you know, I have to be numb. I can't survive without being numb, and I get that. And you know, the other side of this medication, to being off the medication, is that I was naturally disassociating on the medication. Like, that's just how my brain worked. But now I can feel myself trying to disassociate when I'm with people, when I'm in a situation that's triggering. I can literally feel myself trying to do what the medication did. And sometimes, you know, that's a good thing because it's trying to protect me, but it's also like, I don't want to be that girl. I want to be able to live without feeling numb all the time. And like I said, I don't want this to discourage you if you're getting on medication, or if you are on medication. I just want you to make sure it's the right medication for you, and that it's not making it so that you're not you. I think there's a lot of other options, and a lot of the times doctors stick us with one and make us feel like, well, that's the one you're given, so you have to stick with it. But we really have to try to find what's best for us. I feel so much happier, and I'm still going through the adjustment period where my body is like getting used to not having those to rely on to help with everything that I had gone through and am healing from. But one thing that I noticed is that I think what the pills were doing was they would basically make it so I was not thinking about what I'd been through the entire day. They would numb me throughout the entire day, so I wouldn't have to think about it. And that was so necessary, especially at the beginning, to get me through those days. But then at night, I would have the most horrendous, vivid nightmares you could ever imagine. I mean, seriously terrifying stuff. And I think that it was my body's way of being like, we have to get this out. And if you're not allowing it while you're awake, then it's gonna be when you're unconscious. And so I think that the medication wasn't able to get rid of the thoughts fully, so it went to my nightmares. And I mean, I literally would wake up drenched in sweat every single night from these nightmares. Since being off the pills, I very rarely have a nightmare. And if I do, it's kind of like just like a normal person nightmare. You know, it's like, okay, that was scary, but you wake up, you're fine. You're not waking up breathing heavily, panting, drenched in sweat, and feel like you just really lived that. And I know that the medication saved my life for years, and now I think that I'm better without it. And that's just my personal journey. And I'm happy to say that, and I'm happy that I am feeling creative. I want to write books. I have just been, like, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I've been posting so many like reels on there. I've done Get Ready With Me. I have ideas for this channel now, and I just feel like I can do it. I have the ideas, and I don't feel like there's nothing going on up there. I kind of felt like an airhead the whole time I was on these pills. Just like, there was no thoughts. And I know that sometimes no thoughts is better than harmful ones, but I'm happy to have creative, happy thoughts, and I feel like I can heal because I'm not just ignoring everything. I know I look insane, but I'm happy. Now is my eyebrows. I like to do my eyebrows with this, just so, because this is my natural color. Nothing at all. So what I do is just add a little bit of pigment, and then I don't let it stay on the whole time. Cute, right? So cute.
It's you, oh you, the second I saw you. I'm nervous that it's you. I'm nervous. I'm nervous that it's you. Now we don't wanna go back. Blurring all the lines, been going from.
Just kind of packing up my carry-on bag, and this is actually the dress that I think I'm gonna wear to the airport. It seems a little fancy, but it's kind of just like a big sack with pockets. This is one of the base bags, I think is how you say it. Base, something like that, from Shea Mitchell. It's kind of expensive, but to me, I think it's worth it. Oops. Because it has so much space. And these pockets all fit so much in it. I think I want to say 7 outfits in here. And swimsuits and loungewear and pajamas, and it all fits. And then in here I have, you know, like underwear, bra, jewelry, hair accessories. I mean, like literally so much. And then this is a bag for shoes, and then my hat, and then I have one of those flash cameras. But then this guy is really gonna help. So it's one of those that fits on the back of your suitcase, or on the top, I guess, on the little handle thing. Just slips right through there. And this holds so much. It's so nice, and I'll show you how much it can fit, but I think it's so cute with the neutral bag as well. So I got this bad boy from Amazon. I will have it linked below if you're interested in it. I will let you know how sturdy it is, but it seems very sturdy and it carries so much. I got this little guy at the dollar store. It's perfect to just put your name in. But inside, I don't have everything yet, but here's a sneak peek of the chaos. So first thing you can see I am a gluten-free girl now, and I love these popcorns with a chocolate or some sort of sweet drizzle. I love the salty and the sweet. And this guy is gluten-free, so I'm bringing that. I'm also bringing some yogurt-covered raisins. I cannot find if these are gluten-free, but I love these. I always bring yogurt-covered raisins on vacation. And then I also have Reese's, which have always been my favorite candy, and I'm so grateful that they are gluten-free. Nothing could make me happier than that. So I have those as snacks. And then my mom and I actually got this battery operated or charged fan that you can put around your neck, and I am bringing it on the airplane in this bag because I've heard that airplanes are like having to wait a long time and it's hot, and my mom and I don't do well when it's super hot, so I'm bringing that. And then here I just have my medication as well as some vitamins, support for immune system. They're not all in there yet, but then I also have my toiletry bag or my liquids, which is just, it's insane how little you can bring on a trip on an airplane. This isn't even all of it yet, and it's stuffed to the brim. I'm really, really nervous. Let's see if I put some of my, here, I'll put it down here. So this guy here isn't Vaseline. This is cleanser that I put in a Vaseline tube. This is actual Vaseline. One of these is not the actual perfume that it came in. It's one that I put in there that I love, but it was too big to bring. These are face masks, like skincare face masks. And I got a mini dry shampoo. So yeah, I mean, typical stuff that you need to bring, but it's just, how are we supposed to put it into this tiny little bag? And then I have the purse I'm taking on vacation here. It's just a cute little guy that will hold just a phone and a wallet, all I need. The straps look like this. And then this is my makeup bag for the non-liquid stuff along with hair stuff. It holds so much. I don't know where you can get this though because I got it at Ross, but you can literally hold so much. It just keeps going so far down. And then I also have my toothbrush. I don't know if you can bring floss because I feel like they could see this as a weapon. I don't know, I'll have to look into that. And then I just have a hair tie, some bobby pins, and then disinfectant wipes for the airplane because people are gross. And then they have pockets. So these pockets over here, I have sunglasses, Advil, and then I have these motion sickness bands that are supposed to help whether you're on an airplane, on a boat, whatever. And then over here, this is the slot for if you're bringing a laptop, but I decided to go ahead and put the folder with all of our different documents we may need while on vacation. I'm one of those people who needs it like on my phone and also print it out because I just don't want somebody to be able to say, oh, you don't have a reservation. No, I do, and I have proof. I swear I'm not a Karen, but I'm just anxious about not being let in somewhere. And then there's a back pocket, and I just put my memory card for my camera because this camera here will also be going in the bag. So I have the memory card, headphones, let's see what else. Oh, a charger and one of those, what are they called? The charging on the go kind of things. So basically just like electronics back there. I also went out the other day and allowed myself to buy 2 new books to read on this vacation because I am not wanting to do pretty much any work. I am gonna vlog, or at least attempt to vlog, but I really want to read, and so I got 2 different books, both kind of more of the thrillers. I know one of them is called The Final Girl Support Group, and I don't remember the other one, but I'll show you in the next vlog if you're interested. I actually just I just finished another book that I've been reading for quite some time. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, it has so many books. Let's see. There it is. Wanderers by Chuck Wendig. It's a pretty big book. It has 780 some pages. I was so intrigued, and it's really hard to interest me nowadays. I hope that the other books that I got are just as exciting, and I'm so excited to go on this trip, but I'm also kind of nervous too. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you hopefully soon. Okay, bye!